between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards for number 11. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Okay, ready?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
They have started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Raiders at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. To throw, it's Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This is the tight end, Njoku. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here in the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
What'd you say?
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27, Lance. He's got Njoku over the middle. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball ref.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready, ready.
Pollard going to try the right side. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
There he goes, left side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lance going to try to throw for this.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught right side by Mims.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, back. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Down to the 25. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Jackrack, ready.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown! David Njoku, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44.
2nd down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Lance looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Lance. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one back.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Chase Claypool, 34 yards. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lance looking to throw it. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On the jump.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
Now obviously that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ultra.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Lance.
It's caught here by Adams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down. Lance being chipped. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Baron Browning in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Here we go,
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive.